All right, folks, let me tell you about a missed opportunity. They didn't have a contact management system in place. I missed the little remark. They reached out on social media. They reached out via phone. I missed some information. When I wrote it down, I didn't do the follow-up. So guess what they did? Longtime friend, longtime people I worked with, they moved on with somebody else because I did not have a system in place. Now, folks, this was a long time ago. You'll learn your lesson through the hard times. And this is why I'm sending this video to say, with a contact management system, you don't miss out on opportunities like I have. It gives you the ability to essentially have leverage and organize a multiple of information to give you notifications in order that you can reach out. There is different systems and processes. There is so many available now. I want to go through the most simple to the most complex, because if you're just getting in the business, you do need to be organized and you do need to leverage yourself. Right at the top, when I needed to basically do a follow-up. And then I would put a calendar when I needed to follow up with them. When you take your phone, you can say, hey Siri, I want you to blah, 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 blah. And what I'm telling you is put it in the calendar date. Have it give you a notification. That is a very free, easy way. If you're using a contact management system, I just want you to think about these three things. Number one, use a ton of tags. It gives them a description of who they are and what they are. For example, what is their age group and demographic? What are their wants and needs? Do they have kind of multiple investment properties? So if I have a good project, can I have a short list of 10 to 15 people as opposed to 1,500 people that I've personally assisted in selling their property? So just be aware you want to add descriptions to them, who that person is as a person. So when something comes up, you can narrow down the list. I would never find that guy if I don't remember. But I add the tags that I had marked with different details to help me recall that person. Make sure you're adding a descriptive detail on that. Number two, make sure you're tracking their level of motivation. Are they super hot? Do I just kind of not need to bug them and just be bugging them maybe once a month? You want to make sure that you have that in your process and in your system, and every single time making sure that you're making notes, whether it be on the front of a folder or you're making a note in your notes section on your phone or into your contact management system so that you have very distinct details. That's the worst thing I've ever done, folks, is just not keeping up on things. I had folks that, in fact, they called me last night. I helped them sell their property over 10 years ago, and I was bringing up some of the information. And I said, hey, do you still work out in Dugway? Justin, I haven't worked in Dugway for 5 years. I retired. I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me. Whole new conversation. But they remembered that I knew them, and they remember he worked in Dugway, and I remembered a few of the details. And it's just, again, we're social. We're social creatures. I knew him and I liked him. I liked their family. And I just wrote down details of who they were. Not to just because I want to connect with them, but I was like, that reminded me of the details. So record the details, right? But understand the motivation, where they're at, if I need to contact and how often. That's going to be very key. And folks, I will tell this, whatever time frame they give you as a bonus, cut it in half. Hey, we're not ready for a month, call them in 2 weeks. So make sure you cut that time frame in half every time you do it. All right, folks. And then number three, create an automated follow-up plan. You want to make sure that you do have dates and deadlines of when you're going to follow up. So if you know you got to follow up over the next 6 months, plug it in that you're going to call them every 2 weeks and put it on that 2-week follow-up plan. Put it in the system because you can always end it that way. Organize yourself. Use it as leverage. It will help you stay in front of more people. It will help you close more transactions because you're going to be the first person that is following up with them. Folks, I appreciate you. Looking forward to helping you out. If you need anything, please reach out. Thanks.